Non-Techie HQ. In this video, we will cover the WordPress dashboard. Once you complete a new install for a WordPress site, you will have a clean slate and all of your options. This will be the main screen that you see when you log into WordPress. This would be your dashboard screen. Depending on the hosting provider that you use, you will see information relevant to that provider's WordPress information. So here we're using SiteGround. So we have the WordPress starter available. There are some ways where we can view our site, manage pages, change the design, some useful links, and events and news regarding WordPress. Under Dashboard, you'll see two menus. The first one is Home, which will bring you to your home dashboard. Once you've launched your site and you've created the look and feel that you want, you'll see more relevant information on this homepage. Next is Updates. This is where any updates on your themes, your plugins, or the core version of WordPress will be. You will see a little indicator next to the updates that will have a number, and that will show the amount of updates you have for this WordPress site. Next is Post. This is where all of our WordPress posts live. So under the post menu, we have all posts, which will show a list of the posts that you created on your site. A option to add a new post, which will take you right into the post editor, as you can see here. Then you have categories, which you can utilize to organize your content on your site. And tags are another way to organize your content pieces. Under post, we have media. This is where all of your media files will live. This is where any image you upload, any audio, any videos that you host on your site, not including YouTube videos that you embed, but actual MP4 files that you will add on your site, images, anything that you add to your posts, that you add to your pages, they will be found here. They're organized by dates, and you can edit the file names and alt text in these files. Under library is the new media file. This is where you could drag and drop and upload files, multiple files or single files to your media library to use across your site. Under media, we have our pages. This is where all of your website pages will live. It will accumulate a list of the pages that you created and its different stages, including published and draft. Underneath all pages would be our add new pages, where you can create pages straight from this menu item. Next is comments. When you receive comments on your blog post, you're able to come into your comments and see the list of the comments that you have received and respond or approve the comments. This helps with spam comments. If you notice you have a high spam comment rate, then you can approve or disapprove different comments here. This will show all of the comments across all of the posts in your site. So you won't have to go from post to post to check the comments. You'll be able to manage them here in this section. Next is appearance. When you click the appearance, you'll end up in the themes menu. These show the themes that are installed on your site. So right now we have the 24, 23, and 22 WordPress themes. If I wanted to add a new theme, I could go to add new theme here and scroll through and choose a theme. I can also upload a theme if I have a third-party theme that I wanted to use. And these are also in conjunction with your hosting provider too. They're able to give you different options for your blog or your website, and it's typically added into your hosting already. These are from SiteGround. So I could come in and I could view, and you see here it has SiteGround up above. That's how I know that this theme is in connection with the SiteGround. Under themes is editor. Under the editor, you'll be able to edit the theme that you currently have live on your store. Next, underneath the appearance is plugins. First screen you'll see are the list of plugins that are currently added to your store. Based on my host SiteGround, I am able to see that I have their security and their SiteGround Central and their speed optimizer. If I didn't want the SiteGround Central, I can easily deactivate and delete any plugins that I have here. Next, if I wanted to add new plugins, I'll click Add New Plugin and I can search from the WordPress plugin library, or I can upload a plugin here in a zip format. Next is the users. Users show everyone who has access to your WordPress site. Based on the user, there are different roles that are available to utilize with your new site. When you add new users, you will need to put a username, an email, their first name, last name. You can leave these 3 empty, but you must have a username or email. Then you could generate a password and send it to the user. They will be able to utilize this password here, and once they log in, they'll be prompted to change their password. Next, we have roles, which are administrator, which gives you the same other users the same access that you have. We have editor, which is typically to edit pages, posts, and other aspects on our site. Author is to create new posts. Contributors are moderators, blog contributors. They have a lesser level of access than author. And then we have a subscriber, somebody who wants to be updated and are a part of your website. Under add new user, we have profile, which you can choose a color for your WordPress admin here. You can also set your languages, update your profile information, a bio, update pictures, create a new password, and do application passwords. Next section is tools. This is the available tools, which currently are categories and tags converter. You would be able to update, install different import and export options. Under import, we have our blogger, our categories and tag converter, live journal, movable type and type pad, RSS feed, Tumblr, and WordPress. So if I click install now on any of these, I'll have these capabilities in my import screen. So if I need to import posts, pages, comments, or anything from a WordPress export file, I would use the WordPress import. If I wanted to import posts from Tumblr, I will use that. If I want to import posts from my RSS feed, I will click that. So make sure when you're looking to import information into your WordPress website that you have the one that you need. Next is export, and this is where you will create a XML file that will download and you can use in that import section under the WordPress. You can do all content, posts, pages, and media, and just download that export file and you will have everything from your site under those menus. Your posts, you're able to select the categories, the authors, the start dates, and any statuses. Under pages, you have the same. And media, you have a start date and end date for what you want to download. Next is site health. This gives you an overview of some of the recommended improvements for your site. Usually you'll see them listed here, and you can see they could be as simple as just removing inactive plugins to help protect the security of your site. Then in info, you're able to see the details of your actual WordPress website that are it kind of brings everything into one place. So that is your site health. You can also see past tests are the things that it's looking for in your site. Next is export personal data. If somebody who is a user subscriber requests for a data export, that will be found here, and you will need the username or email address, and then you'll be able to confirm, send a confirmation email, and then send the request for them to go and get the information. If they also ask to have their information, you'll click erase personal data and put the username and email address here, and then send the request. Next is settings. In the settings menu, this is where you'll see your general settings first. This is directly connected to the look and feel of your site. So your site title, if this is connected to here, but as I update it, be able to see that the name here has also updated. You can add a tagline, a site icon, which would be your favicon, WordPress address that to this WordPress site, your site URL, administration email, the default role is for new users, your site language, your time zone, the format you'll like your dates in, the format you'll like your times in, and when your week starts. The information that is put here will be used across your WordPress site. Then settings is writing. Able to set a default post category, default post format, so that each time you create a new post, these settings are automatically added to that new post. You can also post via email, which you'll find the details here, and update services for when you publish a new post. It can notify another site that you updated it. The writing, we have reading. This is where you'll be able to set your home page and your post page. So if you have a home page and a blog page, these will be set as those. If you have it set for your latest post, when somebody comes to your site, they will see a list of your current post. So if you're looking to put a home page in the website, then you'll need to add a static page and do home or your home page selected here after you've created it. And then the page that has your post, you'll want to add it here. Blog pages that you show at most will be 10 posts. You can edit this. For our feeds, you can also have a max number of items that you want there. For each of the posts in a feed, you can either choose to have the full text or excerpt. And then if you don't want search engines to crawl this site, then you can click discourage search engines from indexing a site. That way they will not crawl your site at all. Is discussion. Here are your default settings for discussion. Each section, this is for your posts, this is for comments, what you would like each person to be able to do and not to do when leaving comments on your site and on your posts. Notification for if you would like to be emailed about a new comment. Before a comment appears, it can be manually approved, or if they had a previously approved comment, you can have that automation put in there. Then you have your comment moderation if it has 2 or more links, or if you want to have one link, then can hold the comment that was made so you can review to make sure that it is not a spam comment. Then you have disallowed comment keys. Next is your avatars, which will show how your users, how when they leave comments, what they will see if they don't have a picture or if they didn't log into a WordPress account. So you can show avatars, have a maximum rating, and then have a default avatar. They don't have one set to their email address, which is a gravatar. And of course, save your changes. Next is media. You're able to set your thumbnail, your medium and large sizes for the dimensions that you would like set for each of these different sizes. Then for uploading files, there's organize my uploads into month and year based folders to help with that media organization. Next is your permalinks. This is how the links on your site will be formatted. You'll have plain, day and time, month and name, a number for the post name as a URL, or do a custom structure. This is how every post will be used, every post and every page on your site. The default right now is post name, so it will have your domain name and then it will have your post or page name. Next, if you would like to enter any custom structures for your category or tags, then you can do that here. Here's an example where they have topics as their category and then the category name. If you don't put anything here, then it will stay category and tag. Next is privacy. This is for your privacy policy pages. You can change that page there. And then there's a policy guide that kind of goes over the information that you want in your privacy policy to help protect you and your users who are visiting your site. It's SG plugins, and this is for SiteGround users. So you're able to manage your consent for any data that they will receive. And the last two would be our new plugins for our speed for SiteGround and our security for SiteGround. So if you're not using SiteGround, you won't see these. Yours menu will end at settings. So that is the WordPress dashboard. If there's anything that you would like to see more in depth below in the comments.